Welcome back, friends. I'm Mellowseven, and this is Slay the Spire. Now, we did a first look at this. I've continued to play it. I've got about 20 hours into it so far, I guess. I've beat the game with both characters at this point, and I thought maybe we'd do a more regular series. It's not going to be 5 or 6 days a week. It's probably going to be, maybe 3 or 4 days a week, depending on how our playthroughs go. That's my guess. Maybe something that goes up over the weekend days, because I don't really have any coverage of anything, any regular coverage of stuff on the weekends. I've had some first looks, and I had my manager experiment, but I don't really have anything planned for the weekends. So I'm kind of thinking maybe this is our weekend coverage. Also, with the Football Manager GM Challenge ending last week, we've only got 2 regular series right now. This is a pretty easy one to record, and I play it every way. I already play it. I run through at least one playthrough a night right now, the way things are going. So I thought we'd do that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, I have one with both characters. Last night I went with the Ironclad, so let's keep hopefully the good times going, and we'll try the Ironclad again here. We have 3 unlocks remaining with him. This is something they added in with the last patch, and that tells you kind of how many points you need to get to the next one. So we're very close. No, I take it back. We were just past the last unlock. We're 619 points in, 1,500 points needed. So, not quite halfway, I guess. And then on this one, we just squeaked past it. And you can see 3 unlocks remaining for that character as well. So, but we may as well go ahead. I had a great run through the Ironclad last night. It was excellent. We had all sorts of strength boosting things and things that took advantage of that. It was a lot of fun. So, we could lose our starting relic, which gives us healing. I like healing. I think we live with that. We could obtain a curse and get rid of 2 cards. I think to start with, that's probably not really necessary because we're replacing it with a curse. So we're really getting rid of 2 potentially useful cards and replacing them with 1 worthless card and potentially bad, dangerous card. I think we go for a random common relic. I think stacking relics is the way to go, and this one essentially reflects damage back. So that's an excellent one to get. We don't have a lot of money now, so this probably doesn't help us much. I don't see us getting... I think the idea is to get relics. So those early stores probably don't help us. We might want to go for this store. By that point, we should have money. So we need to be... At this point, we need to be in here somewhere, which means we could realistically start pretty much anywhere, but that one starts with that. How about... Let's start here. We've got 2 fights, a couple question marks, and at that point we could decide whether we wanted to do another question mark in a campfire or maybe a mob in a campfire, and then work our way up, and eventually... Oh, if we go this way though, we can't get to that. So we have to be on this path here. So maybe we just go the 4 straight fights this way, and then we can determine if we want question mark campfire or if we feel confident in taking on a boss. How about that? Doesn't seem like a bad idea. I'm gonna sneeze. There it is. Alright. So he's not doing anything this turn, so we're just gonna go off with our 3 strikes here. This game is very... While there is some skill in determining order of plays and stuff, there are playthroughs that are just completely stumped by luck or completely made by luck. At least, single portions through the deal. Alright, I think we do 1 defense, so we're going to take 1 point. We do 8. So we could either do 12, or we could do 8 and a vulnerable. That vulnerable possibly gets us an extra 6 next time. I'm not a huge fan of Bash. I think I think most of the time it's not the right option, but it sounds like it should be a great option because it does get you these 2. But when we have the 3 energy, we usually aren't going to get a second attack that turn. So it's all guessing on what you're going to get this turn. And you can see here, realistically, we should probably run 2 defends this turn to not take damage. Although we are going to heal back 6, so we could take 4. That's not the end of the world. That would mean 5 total. Okay, let's go for it. We'll play a little bit more offensive. We'll get these 2 hits in. He's going to take 3 more damage from this. We should be able to kill him next time without too much trouble. And then we'll heal back up to 6. you know, the 5 points that we took. But vulnerable did wear off. We just come in here and smack him once, and that should be that. I think you have to. I think a mistake early is trying to play too defensive and trying not to take any damage. I think it's a better option to just accept that you're going to take some. My playthrough last night was very much glass cannony, huge strength, big attacks. We were doing up to 200 points of damage per attack, but we also took a lot of damage. Luckily, we had a relic that let us heal extra at rest spots, and another one I think that healed us 25 for boss fights. So we could do that. This isn't going to help us at all right now because we don't really have anything special to get to. This is a big, easy hit, but then it shuffles a wound into your draw pile, which isn't the worst thing necessarily. There are some relics that build off of that will let you draw whenever you get a wound or some other things. I think for now we may as well go for it. It may be a card we end up taking out later. But for now, it's a free big hit. Especially if we could follow it up with that bash, because then it would be an 18-point hit. In this case, well, we throw up our defend. We're going to take more than we're going to be able to heal this time, because we're going to take 8 damage here. And 1 attack for each of these. As soon as you hit them, they do curl up and get armor, so a second attack on them doesn't do much. We weren't going to be able to kill anybody this round. Not with the armor. I mean, 8 and so maybe if we did a bash followed, we would have had enough. But I think even then, we probably would have ended up 1 down. So we'll just go this way. They took extra damage. Ah, well, we might have killed them with the reflect. And then we can go, you know, bam, bam, and we're going to come out of this a little bit down, but not too bad. I can live with that. Now, see, this is interesting because if you could get the war cry with the feel no pain going, this exhausts the card, right? So whenever a card is exhausted, we get 4 blocks. So we'd be able to draw 2, you know, and if you had this run, you could do that. And you could work off of a bunch of feel no pains, and then some of these abilities that exhaust or exhaust random cards on the deck. There's other ways to do that, but I like this one. It's usually ends up a fairly powerful card because you end up with a lot of cards with strike in the name. And 2 is doable. Maybe not as much early on. So here, he's going to do 12 damage. We can only block 5 of that anyway. We might. Let's just take the damage on this attack. And there we go. We've knocked him more than halfway down. And he's still going to be vulnerable for next turn. So we should be able to finish him off. We'll take the 1 hit. But rather than taking, you know, 6, 6, 6 for multiple turns, we accepted that we were going to get hit once and then called it a day. I think we go body slam. With only 3 energy early, we're only going to really be able to get 1 or 2 attacks after that, so we're not going to do much with this. Whereas here we might be able to build up a big block and then hit somebody hard with that afterwards. Like for here, we didn't get a single block, but this would be the place for that. Let's finish him off. Maybe finish him off so we get rid of that 5 damage. So in this case, a good offense was we had no defense, but we managed to take 10 damage off the board. We're still going to get hit here for 11, which is going to suck. But they're going to take damage straight down the line for it. Well, no. I was going to say we might have been able to play this a little bit better to have gotten to use this to finish some people off, but I think we just pound him. And then there's really nothing to do. You're going to hit us with some sort of debuffs, weekend and weekend. Okay. Is what it is. What that means... Oh, no, I take it back. Well, what we can do here is... I think we throw up 1 defend. That gets us 5 blocks. So we're still going to take 1 point of damage. And then what we do is we hit each of these once. And then we let the deflect kill him. So we'll still take a damage, but it'll finish them off in the fight. We'll be back up to 66 at the end of this. We're not doing too bad. Rampage is excellent. Deal 8 damage, and then every time it cycles through, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, especially in a small deck like we have right now, where we may see it numerous times. So our option now is, do we go fight and into this guy to get the relic? Knowing we'd have to do 3 fights before we get a rest. I think we try it. I mean, we could go question mark and hope we got something cool there, and then a rest, and then a fight, and then we could upgrade a card, maybe. The problem is, I want this shop here. We could come here, and if we're in really horrible shape, we could go this route, right? And rest up and then get our relic that way, and then potentially get another one here. Well, we will get another one there, but, you know, here we could potentially get 3 relics along this path, whereas here, you know, we limit ourselves to just a couple. Well, let's go ahead and do this fight, and we'll see what happens. Okay, he'll split at 50% damage. He's not doing anything this time. So I think we do Perfect Strike, followed by Rampage. He's not quite at half, but we'll easily be able to put him at half next turn, assuming we get anything, which will cancel whatever he's doing, and then give us another time. He'll split into 2 slimes that have the same number of hit points we've left him with. So in this case, Bash isn't going to help us next turn because those debuffs will be gone. So now he's interrupted, but we'll hit him again, and that means there'll be 2 22-point slimes rather than a whatever it may be. So it's always nice to just pile on here because it'll make these 2 guys much easier. There we go. 1 more down. So we could just stay offensive next turn and finish him off. Potentially. Alright, he's going to hurt our defense, not our offense. So yeah, I think we dump into that. And then you can see here, now this one is doing 12 damage. Second time through. And yeah, we came out of that perfect. We got a little bit more gold. We add a card to our deck. This can only be played if everything in your hand is an attack. This is really nice because it's 1 point, it does 4 damage and vulnerable to everybody. So I do like that one. I think we go for this. This guy is simple but dangerous, if that makes sense. So we just go in hard here and try to knock him down. He just attacks. I mean, he doesn't have any crazy. He has some debuffs and stuff, but now what happens is anytime we play a skill, he gets stronger. As long as we just keep attacking, though, we're okay. So I think this time we throw this up, and we're going to take damage from this guy. Let's just accept that right now. He's going to do 14 damage now. We could block 5 of that. But that's going to boost his strength, which means we're only going to end up blocking 3 of it, essentially, because he's going to do 2 more damage. So I think we just go all in. We have a chance to kill him next turn, so we're going to take 1 big hit here, and that's fine. We can accept that. We are kind of building up these, which don't really help us much early in the game. So we go Rampage. And again, we're going to take 1 more big hit, but he will die on this hit because of Thorns. There we go. And we hope we get something cool. 25 gold, that's not bad. Deja Vu. For each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 additional strength. Okay. We hopefully won't have too many. Now, spot weakness is great because it's going to give you an additional 3 strength. And then if you already have a boosted strength, your strength is affected 3 times. So this does 3 more damage to attack, but on this attack, that would give you 9. So if you can get to a point where you're boosting your strength, you can roll in with those, or hits that do multiple hits with 1 attack, because then you get the benefit every single hit. So let's roll into this. I think we definitely do rest at the next one. Now, in this case, we could, if we wanted to, let's see, we're going to take 16 damage there. We could block 10 of that, like this, so we get the block, and then we come in here, we hit... We're not going to be able to kill him with this, unfortunately. He got too much... I had hoped that we might get him with thorns, but not with that. That's okay. We take a little bit. Oh, it did get him. It went straight past his armor into him. That's great. Now, we don't get to use this turn because he's not intending to attack. So we just come in hard with strikes. Go all offense all the time. We vulnerable him, then we hit him for 30 damage and kill him. And there we go. Healed back up. We're still at 50. We're not doing too badly here. Not a fan of that, of Combust. You play an attack, you gain 4 block. That's good in that it gets you some passive, kind of passive blocking. The problem is right now we only have 3 energy on a regular basis. So the most we're going to get out of this is 8, although that's not bad. And a lot of times we're playing those 2-cost attacks, which means we're only get 4 block out of it. So I think for now we go cleave. We stay offensive. This is another one that stacks well with strength because it hits everybody. So you get the benefit of that strength bonus across multiple bad guys, assuming there are multiple bad guys. So I think we come here, we rest. Proceed. We come over here. We see what relics we get. Prayer wheel. Non-boss chest. That's not really what I'd like. We haven't, so far, of our 3 that we've got, and only one's really useful to us. We'll see. I mean, at least we got that in the first chest, so that we'll have an opportunity, assuming we stay alive long enough to do more. We're kind of hosed here. I think we do defend, body slam, cleave. We're gonna take more damage than we can heal on this hit, but that's, I mean, that's, I guess, okay. Do a little bit more damage to these guys with thorns. Now, this is where things get interesting. So we could do a perfected strike. That's gonna do 20 damage. Oh wait, so I think we kill this guy first. We can't kill him. Well, this will kill him because of the thorns, but we're going to take 9 more damage. The question is, do we... There's no way for us to avoid all the damage. We could block 5 of it. But right now, we're on thorns, so we're actually going to take more damage. I think we just do that and let thorns kill him. We're going to take 1 big hit here. It's gonna suck. But it does kill him. We get back up to 64. Twin Strike is another one that does well with additional strength. So I suppose we go with that. Again, and now we've got a little bit of money. We might be able to buy another relic. Potentially one more useful than what we've had. So we could get Bottled Flame. We could choose an attack card that we'd have every time. I don't really have anything that I want for that. Or we could choose a skill card that will do the same thing. Again, I don't really have a go-to card in this deck. I don't really see a whole lot here. We may as well go for this. I do like this, and it's on sale. It's only 24. We might just save our money this time. I like this. Random attack, you never know. I mean, it's going to cost 1. It's probably going to be worth at least that. I say we go with that, and maybe we remove I don't want to remove a regular. I'm going to get rid of Bash, actually. It's an expensive card that I don't particularly like. This gets it out of the way. I don't know that this is a great idea. That gives us 12 block. And I'm going to get that as an emergency block option. And we'll proceed on. So he's going to do 13 here. We can do a fair amount. Hit Thunderclap out here. We're gonna take a hit on this one probably. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out an Infernal Blade just to see what we get. So we could take 3 damage and kill him. So trading 5 for 3, but I don't know that that helps us much. I mean, we can still kill this guy here with this attack right now. No, because he's got 5. Okay. Let's do that. We've got 1 left. We'll go ahead and throw it on him. And we're going to take more damage here. I guess we could have used our block here. It's probably where we should have done. But we can use it wherever, I suppose. He's planning on attacking us, so we can do here, boost our strength. So now we can do 27 damage here. This is going to do 16 damage. 26 damage if we do those 2. So we'll just do the 1 attack. You know what? I know this isn't quite as good as it would have been last time, but we're going to use that here. We're going to hit him here. He'll get killed by thorns, and that'll end that. And we won't take any more. So we'll be back up to 54-ish or whatever. There we go. We got a strength potion to replace that with. That's nice. And so this is another one that adds wounds to our deck, but gives us a lot of block. Or we could add another Perfected Strike. Let's just keep stacking those. Like I say, we've got a lot of those already. Let's go question mark, and then we can decide if we want that guy or not. I should remember what the... Don't we have something that helps us with that? Yeah, so we'll get 1 additional strength. So we'll become cursed. It's just an unplayable card. As far as the curses go, that's not the worst thing in the world. And let's see if we can get another relic. So I'm going to go ahead. We already have 1 bonus strength because of that. Let's drink that. Let's boost that up there. And we're just going to come in and hit this guy hard. There's 29 damage. Well, 21 damage there after that's up. Another 15 damage there. That does put another wound in our deck. He's not going to do anything this turn. This guy is tough. He hits hard, so we want to finish him quickly. We are going to take damage on this one. Nothing to be done about it. But he's simple. He's just going to hit you hard over and over and over again. So... So our goal is just to knock him down as quickly as possible. So he'll be down to... We're going to take a huge hit here. And that should finish him. There we go. Glass cannon for the win, I guess, so far. So that's going to give us 5 plated armor. That's great. So every time it's going to give us 5 block... if we get hit, if something gets through the armor, it will knock it down 1. But we'll have at least that, you know, then it'll do 4 the next turn and 3 the next turn. But if we don't take any actual hit point damage, it stays. Explosive, add a card to our deck. How about that? We'll come here, we'll rest up. I'm not really getting a great theme so far in this one, which doesn't probably bode well for us in the future. But we'll just see how it goes. This guy's going to hit us really hard on the second turn. See, if we do this, that'll make him vulnerable, and this would do 27 plus another 37, about 40 damage if we did it that way. Plus that, so we're looking at about 45. If we do, yeah, that seems to be the best option. No reason to hang on to that. We'll toss that out now as well. And there we go. We did 55 damage our first turn. Now he's going to just crush us for a turn. But that's okay. You know what I think we're going to do is, now, I mean, we can do 10. If we do this, we'll block 10. And then we'll hit him for 10. No. Yeah. Why does it say we get 1? Whereas if we just did this, we do 27, which is a lot. I think we do this. We'll mitigate the damage a little bit. We'll still do some damage. I think we fell in the middle ground there. That's probably a slow death, to be fair. But at least it'll block a couple of those. Now we have a time, though. Now his attacks are going to be a little bit more realistic until all these light back up again. So I think we go ahead. We throw this out. We'll see if we get anything cool. Not really, but we use it anyway. And we hit him hard here. And we just accept the hit. We're just going to take 10. Well, all those hits last time knocked our armor plating down quite a bit. But, you know, we only need 1 health to make it out of this. So he's planning on going after us, so we throw this in. I think then we wild strike. And I think we do this. And we put... Do we want to just keep cycling Rampage through? I think we just keep cycling Rampage through, because that's going to get us more. That'd be a great actual mechanic if we could build off of that. That'd be awesome. Card draw that keeps letting us bring Rampage out faster. Just like this. Interesting. It didn't let us... I thought it would let us do it again, but apparently not. Okay, but we got Rampage back. So I think we hit him there, and then we just defend this time. And we could have defended and then body slammed and done our 10 damage that way, but I think continuing to recycle Rampage is going to be better for us in the long run. And also did a little bit more damage in the short term. So I think we go ahead and throw that up. We block most of that, and then we do 30 damage there. That was a mistake. We should have hit him with this and killed him. But I don't think it'll come back to bite us. I think we'll be okay. Like I say, as long as we have 1, that's all that matters, because we heal up completely in between. So we'll just finish him off there. So slight misplay, but in the end, it didn't hurt us too badly. A little bit more gold. We got a dexterity potion. Well, this doesn't go badly. Like, I think for a cost of 2, though, it's too much. I like this. It does 10, so it's a better strike than your base strike. And if you kill something with it, then you get 3 additional max hit points. And also it exhausts right away, so it doesn't really So at the end, we'd heal 10. I really like this. I think we go with this right here. That is what won me the first match I won. I died, came back up at 50 health, and crushed him the next turn. So that's the first episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. What do you think about Slay the Spire? Love to know your comments, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.